Hey boys and girls, Mr. Giomini. My active slate is acting up, so I'm going to try to do this con skill. Same one I did yesterday, just making a second video because some people struggle with this. So I have to use my pen instead, so let's see how neatly I can write. So it says, which of the following ordered pairs represents a solution to the equation below? Now, here's the equation we're focusing in on. It's y equals 3 times x plus 1. Now this is a nice skill because it reinforces our substitution and evaluating an equation, which will be skills we hit on the chapter test, which comes up on Friday. So taking a look, they give me a bunch of ordered pairs. -2, -6, -1, 0, 0, -1, 1, 4, and 2, 6. And if you recall, we're talking about ordered pairs. Each of these are then assigned either an x value or a y value. Remember, just like in the alphabet, x comes first, so the first value is the x value, the second value is the y value. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in here. So I see here that x is equal to -2, y is equal to -6. So I'm just going to substitute those into this equation. So we have -6 is equal to 3 times, now no longer it's x, now it's -2. Again, sorry for sloppy writing here. Plus 1. Now let me just double check this. Make sure I have the right values in here. Okay, -2 for x, good. The 3 is okay. Okay. Now let's solve. This is already simplified this side of the equation, so I don't have to do anything this side. A positive times a negative. Signs are opposite, so the answer will be negative. This gives me -6. And now I have -6 plus 1. Well, -6 plus 1, I owe you $6. I pay you back $1. I still owe you 5. That's a negative. Okay. Does -5 equal -6? No. So this is not the correct solution. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. It says here the x value, let's choose colors. X value is -1, the y value is 0. So let's substitute it in. Okay, we see the y, we're going to substitute in with a 0. Y is equal to, we still state the 3. The 3 is a constant. The variable is going to change. It's now no longer x, it is now -1. And then I add to that a positive one. That's another constant because it doesn't change. Here, this is 0. 3 times -1, that is -3. -3 plus 1. We have a -3 plus 1. That gives me a -2. -2 does not equal 0, so that does not work. Alright, let's try the next one. I'm going to have to erase these other workings. Again, you can pause this at any time and try to substitute in yourself and then rewind it, or then continue to play it and see if your answer is right. So let's go here, x and y value. Okay, so my x is 0, my y is now -3. So now we'll substitute in -3 for the y. That's my variable. It varies, it changes every time. Multiplying 3 is always going to be my constant. That'll always be the same. Now my x is no longer x. It's now we know it's equal to 0, so we substitute in 0. And then we add 1. Well, I could tell right now this is not going to be true. I see that -3 stays the same on this y side. Sorry about that ugly 3. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1. Well, 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 does not equal -3, so we know that this does not work as well. I will go to my next ordered pair. We have x equaling 1 and y equaling 4. I substitute in, so now we have the y is equal to 4. We now have 3, let me put my equal sign here, 3, again, times 1, because my x value is worth 1, plus 1. Alright, we have 4 is equal to 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is, let's see here, 3 plus 1 is 4. Hey, 4 equals 4. That's what I want. I want both sides of the equation equal the same thing. So I go ahead and check, because this only has one right answer, not like some of the problems we have multiple right answers. So I'll hit check answer, and I got smiley faces, it means I'm right. Let's take a look at the next one here. Another thing, which of the following ordered pairs represents a solution to the equation below? Notice they've changed the equation now. Before it was 3x plus 1, now it is y is equal to, sorry about that, y is equal to -2 times x plus 1. Alright, so I'll substitute some values in for here. We have the first one. I'm going to put the little variables above it, or the values. I know that the x is equal to -2, the y is equal to 5. So let's substitute in. Again, y is a variable, it's going to change. It varies from ordered pair to ordered pair, so we know that y equals 5. Then -2 is a constant. It doesn't change in this equation. It'll always be -2. I'm going to times that now. There's another variable, -2. And then I'll add 1. That's a constant. Never changes in this equation. So this stays 5. This side of the equation cannot be simplified. This side can. Negative times a negative gives me a positive. -2 times -2 gives me 4. 4 plus 1. Oh, this is great. First one works for me. So that equals 5. 5 equals 5. Now I really suggest, boys and girls, doing this on paper and pencil. I'm just doing it here so you can see it a little easier. Because it's a little more time consuming writing on this. So there is my solution for that equation. Alright. Now, a little different here. It says which of the following ordered pairs represents a solution to the equation graphed below. So this is an equation graphed. This is the line here on this coordinate plane. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot each point to see which of these points fall on this line. So the first one is -2, -1. Again, this is my x value. This is my y value. I will start on the origin. It says -2, so I move over -2. 1, 2, move over 2. I move up, down, I'm sorry, it goes -1, so I go down here. Now, this point does not fall on this line, so this would not work. Let's go to the next value, or the next ordered pair, sorry. We have -1, 2. Okay, I start at the origin. I move over 1, because it's a negative. I move to the left. Now it's a +2, so I go up 2. So over 1 and up 2. And there's the point. And again, that does not fall on this blue line, so that does not work. Let's go to the next ordered pair. 0, 0. Well, that'd be great. I don't have to move anywhere. I move 0 on the x-axis, and I move 0 on the y-axis, so I just stay at the origin. That does not fall on this line. I move to the next ordered pair, which is 1, -2. Okay, so I start at my origin, move over 1, so there's 1. I move down 2, 1, 2. There's that ordered pair. There's where that would fall on my graph. Hey, look at that. It falls right on this blue line. So that indeed is the ordered pair that falls on this line. Now, I'll just double check this last one just to a little extra practice. We have 2 is my x value. -1 is my y. Okay, so I move over 2 on my x-axis. 1, 2. And move down 1 from there because it's a -1. That would be, so that shows you that that point would not fall on this line. So the correct answer is 1, -2. Yay! Hope this helps you out. Have a great day.